I'm Oliver. Today we're going to talk about why she's pushing you away and how to pull her closer. So let's talk about a dynamic that confuses and frustrates countless men who are dating strong, intelligent, and successful women. Things are going great. She's brilliant. She's ambitious. She's your equal. But then you start to feel it. A subtle and sometimes not so subtle series of tests. She challenges your opinion in a playful but firm way. She questions a decision you've made. She might create a little chaos or drama, seemingly out of nowhere, just to see how you react. Your internal alarms go off. You feel like you're constantly being evaluated, and you start to get defensive. You might argue back, try to prove you're smarter, or withdraw in frustration, thinking, why is she always creating problems? Why can't she just relax and go with the flow? But here's the truth. When a successful woman tests you, it's rarely about the argument itself. She's checking whether you can stay grounded, confident, and emotionally steady when challenged. If you can meet her intensity without collapsing or fighting back, she'll feel a deep sense of trust in your strength. And that's what allows her to soften and come closer. You feel like she is pushing you away. And most men, when faced with these tests, fail spectacularly. Not because they are bad men, but because they fundamentally misunderstand what is being tested. They think she is testing their dominance. She is not. She is testing their confidence. She is subconsciously asking one of the most important questions a woman can ask a man. Are you strong enough that I can finally relax? Are you a man whose frame is so solid that I can trust you with my storms? Today, we are going to decode the successful woman's test. We'll understand the deep biological reason why she does it. We'll see how most men fail by reacting with their ego. And I'll give you the three-part framework to pass these tests, not by fighting her, but by becoming the unshakable anchor she is secretly searching for. So, why does a strong woman test a man? A woman who has her own life together, her own career, her own finances, her own opinions, does not need a man to provide for her in the traditional sense. What she craves is a man who can provide a different kind of value, emotional stability, and a grounded masculine presence. She has been living in her masculine CEO energy all day, leading and making decisions. In her romantic life, she yearns for a partner whose presence allows her to finally take off that armor, to relax into her feminine energy, and to feel safe and taken care of on an emotional level. Her tests are a subconscious vetting process. She is poking and prodding your frame, your internal foundation, to see if it's solid. She is not trying to win a battle against you. She is hoping you will win her trust by proving you are unshakable. Let's look at the three common tests. Test number one, the challenge test. This is when she directly disagrees with your opinion, challenges your plan, or playfully mocks your idea. How most men fail. They take it as a personal attack on their ego or intelligence. They get defensive. They start to argue back aggressively, trying to prove that they are right and she is wrong. They turn a playful challenge into a power struggle. Why he fails? He has made the interaction about his ego. He has shown her that his confidence is brittle and depends on her constant agreement. He has proven that he is not a calm mountain, but a reactive boy. Test number two, the independence test. This is when she makes a plan without consulting you, takes a trip with her friends, or makes a significant decision about her own life independently. How most men fail. They become insecure or needy. They might get passive aggressive, asking, oh, so you don't need me for that? Or become controlling, questioning her decisions. Why he fails? He has shown her that his sense of security is dependent on her. He sees her independence not as a sign of her strength, but as a rejection of him. He proves he needs her to feel whole, which puts an immense amount of pressure on her. Test number three, The emotional storm test. This is when she is upset, irrational, crying, or angry about something, and she brings that emotional energy to you. How most men fail. As we've discussed, they either try to fix it with logic, you shouldn't feel that way, here's the solution. They get overwhelmed and withdraw, or they get angry back at her for being too emotional. Why he fails? He has shown her that he is afraid of her emotions. He proves that he is not a safe harbor for her vulnerability. He cannot be the calm in her storm because her storm becomes his storm. So, how do you pass these tests? Not by being smarter or stronger than her, but by being more grounded. First, how to pass the challenge test. Meet it with amusement and stability. When she challenges your opinion, a man with a strong frame is not threatened. He is intrigued. He finds her strength attractive. Instead of getting defensive, he remains calm, maybe even smiles, and invites her to elaborate. Your new script, that's a bold statement. Tell me more about why you see it that way. Or, I disagree, but I'm curious about your perspective. You are communicating that your reality is not threatened by her opinion. You are so confident in your own frame that you can happily play in hers without losing yourself. This is incredibly attractive. Second, how to pass the independence test. Celebrate her freedom. A confident man, a man with his own purpose, is turned on by his partner's strength and independence. He doesn't need her to be small for him to feel big. Your new script, when she tells you she's booked a solo trip or is making a big career move, your response should be one of genuine support. That is amazing. I'm so proud of you for going after what you want. I can't wait to hear all about it. You are communicating that you are a whole person, and she is a whole person, and you are choosing to be together. Your happiness is not dependent on her constant presence. This gives her the freedom she needs. Third, how to pass the emotional storm test. Be the anchor. When she brings you her emotional chaos, she is not looking for a solution. She is looking for a rock, a calm, steady presence that says, I've got you. This is safe. Your new script. Your job is to listen, validate the feeling, not necessarily the story, and provide a sense of calm. Say things like, wow, that sounds incredibly frustrating. I'm here. Just let it all out. You don't need to solve the problem. The problem is not the point. Your calm presence is the solution. You are the mountain, and her feelings are just the weather. These tests from a strong, successful woman are not traps designed to make you fail. They are subconscious invitations for you to demonstrate your grounded, masculine core. She is not looking for a doormat, and she is not looking for a dictator. She is looking for a man whose presence is so strong, whose purpose is so clear, and whose confidence is so unwavering that with him, she can finally feel safe enough to stop leading, to stop managing, and to just be. When you learn to pass her tests, you are not winning a battle against her. You are winning her trust. And for a woman like that, her trust is the greatest prize of all. Have you ever felt tested by a woman and reacted badly? Share your experience in the comments. And if you're ready to become the man who can not only meet, but embrace the strength of a powerful woman, make sure you subscribe.